Ever since the pandemic began, the attractions industry has been through a hell of a roller coaster. And in the midst of all that turbulence, the world was forced to finally bring its rapidly spinning wheel to a halt, forcing us all to reevaluate the roles we play within it, both as companies and as individuals. When COVID-19 struck through Asia, Europe, and beyond, it brought the world's hospitality, food, retail, travel, and leisure industries to its knees, leaving them with no other choice but to reinvent themselves if they were to survive. And many of you did, with a clear eye on the future and your guests' safety and experience at heart. Many of you brought your most creative side out to play, while investing in digital technologies in order to make a shift to the online world so that you could keep up with the necessary safety standards that were shaping the market into the new normal. Forced to transform such a high-touch economy into a contactless and risk-free one, the awareness around digitizing customer journeys within the attraction industry started to grow. This year was an acceleration towards the beginning of a much-needed transformation. However, this transition has not come without obstacles for attractions, who have had to make changes overnight and adapt to abrupt situations. So today, we'd like to talk about your frustrations in making your venue more secure, as well as about how you can use the power of technology to ensure you can keep on offering outstanding experiences to your visitors while keeping them safe. We can approach safety in your attraction at 3 different key stages. First of all, ensuring safety before the visit. Secondly, ensuring safety while the visit lasts in the venue. And lastly, safety while exiting the venue. To begin with, it's important that you understand your attraction's safety actually starts outside your venue. It starts way before your visitors put a foot on your park. It actually begins at home and with good preparation. At this stage, it is crucial to manage your visitors' expectations by informing them beforehand what are the measures in place and what they can do to be compliant. In this sense, direct and efficient communication is absolutely essential and will make a world's difference when trying to avoid unpleasant surprises and unnecessary risks later on. There are multiple ways in which you can guarantee better safety during the before visit stage, like making sure your website is your best friend. If you offer a smooth and easy navigation experience, and you update it frequently with the latest regulations, your visitors will have a much better idea of how to prepare to make the most of their time. In addition, a great way to approach direct and efficient communication is through pre-event emails that inform your visitors about what they can expect in the day of the visit, and what are the things that they can prepare beforehand in order to avoid any hassle. Remind them about their mask, inform them about how the parking and arrivals work, or link your latest COVID-19 measure updates. In the end, having your visitors properly prepared for their experience in your attraction is already having half of the work done. However, besides having clear and real-time communication channels, you should also implement dynamic time slots that adjust to the limited capacity of your venue. By enabling your visitors to book a specific time of arrival in advance, you will be able to know who is coming when to your venue and prepare accordingly. In addition, these measures also help venues fight one of the main issues that the industry has been battling ever since the pandemic started, which is the lack of certainty. Uncertainty has been and continues to be all around us. This results in a huge difficulty to plan and forecast, which also leads to a lack of agility for attractions to rapidly adapt to the many changes that are happening in the market. Before COVID times, any manager who had been for years in the industry could easily predict the visitor volume expected for a certain season, the amount of resources and staff needed, the tickets that would be sold, and so on. They could easily rely on previous year's experience and act accordingly. However, ever since COVID came into the game, all of that went out the window. You have now been forced to play a completely new game, and no one has even had the courtesy to walk you through the new rules. And that is because, well, no one really knows them yet. We're learning together as the pandemic evolves. However, that is a reactive response to the situation, and your attraction can do so much better. But how exactly? How can your attraction become more agile and proactive to change? What can your attraction do in the face of this unpredictability? The answer is data. By leveraging data-driven solutions, which are powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning systems, you can be much more proactive to change, because these algorithms are capable of taking a number of factors into account and make accurate predictions for your venue. That way, you will be less likely to encounter unexpected situations that you cannot effectively handle due to a lack of resources. Instead, you will increase your chances of being prepared, and as you already know, good preparation nurtures success. So, one of the key ways to reduce uncertainty and risk in your attraction is by leveraging powerful tools and technology that are already available in the market. More precisely, implementing smart and automated technologies that improve your efficiency and accuracy in terms of serving your customers at every stage of their journey. In order to do that, you need to be collecting your own first-hand customer data in multiple areas within your attraction, from your inventory, staffing, or marketing, all the way up to your sales and pricing strategies. This means not relying your ticket sales so much on resellers, but rather adopting a direct-to-consumer approach so that you can be in control of your customer relationships, data, and communications through your own e-commerce channels. So in summary, that is one way in which you can significantly reduce the current level of uncertainty and future risk within your attraction. Data-driven and automated solutions powered by AI and being closer to your customers through a D2C approach, which allows you to keep them up to date of any changes and safety measures at all times. Now, let's talk about managing safety inside the venue. During the visit, one of the main challenges for venues has been to manage crowds and queues due to the obvious risk that these pose for the well-being and safety of visitors. Most parks had to reduce their visitor capacity to half, which strongly compromised their revenue and made it difficult to even cover the high fixed costs. The main challenge that had to be solved was, how do we find the sweet spot between operating with reduced capacity, maximizing for revenue, and still offering visitors a safe and enjoyable experience? The answer to this riddle finally came in the shape of a combination between in-advance reservations, time slots, and dynamic pricing. Obviously, as soon as the pandemic kicked in, walk-up culture started to die and online reservations took over the spotlight, so venues had to adapt and jump over the e-commerce wagon. By enabling in-advance reservations, attractions have managed to better predict how many visitors will be coming into their venue each day, and by integrating time slots into this mix, they can also know who is coming when to their venue, avoiding 1,000 people showing up at the same time, generating queues with high infection risk. So sure, with in-advance reservations and time slotting with limited capacity, you can more or less solve your visitor spread issue. We can tick that off the list. But what about the revenue maximization part? Here is where you should bring dynamic pricing into the rescue. Dynamic pricing is one of the easiest and quickest ways to boost your revenue while keeping your venue safe. It will help adjust the prices in accordance to the different factors affecting the market in real time, such as demand, availability, weather, traffic, seasonality, and so on. Therefore, dynamic pricing presents a proactive approach to influencing your customers' purchase behavior, which results in less overcrowding on peak days. It helps you distribute your demand better, and therefore move visitors from the most popular day to slower days, just by playing with the pricing element that so many people are sensitive to. By offering different prices for different days of the week or even different time slots, you're giving reasons to your audience, who actually respond differently to different prices, to spread out their bookings throughout the week, which ultimately results in less crowded venue and therefore a safer one. In addition, other measures can be taken in order to increase safety within the venue, such as virtual queuing, heat mapping with geolocation, or using push notifications in order to redirect your visitors to less crowded areas of your venue. Lastly, how can you ensure a safe exit? And how can the after-visit stage help your attraction become a safer venue than it already is for future visits? For example, if your venue has integrated a mobile experience for your visitors, when their selected time slot is about to come to an end, you can easily inform them about where the nearest and least crowded exit of the venue is through the app. This would help you avoid bottlenecks. In addition, using online review collectors, whether that's through the app itself or email, could help you understand visitor sentiment and give you valuable insights about which areas or touch points of their experience made them feel unsafe. You could later use that data as a valuable source of information for continuous improvement and understanding customer behavior better in order to cater your experience to it. So there you have it, multiple strategies and technologies that you can put into action in order to take back control of the current situation and make your customers feel safe while enjoying the amazing experience they've all been waiting for.